So up first is Remy the rat from Ratatouille
Okay.
versus Buzz Lightyear. Now you gotta take this into consideration.
Okay.
Buzz does not actually have lasers,
Right.
and they're about almost the same size.
Wait, hang on. Buzz Lightyear's the same size as Remy?
I feel like Remy's rats are pretty big.
Yeah, I guess Remy is a little bit bigger than I guess your standard rat.
Yeah.
So we have to figure out who
would win in a fight?
Dude, what?
I mean, we've said this before. Remy could use knives.
Oh, okay, so we're letting them get any device they want. They can utilize the weapons around them.
Usually we go fist to fist, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Hand-to-hand combat.
He's got tiny fists. You got to give it to Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear's gonna beat him up pretty good. He's got little hands. What does he do? Whack him with his tail?
I didn't even think that.
We usually do fist fights. Yeah, the guy's got no hands.
Okay. Mulan
Okay.
versus Peter Pan.
Mulan versus Peter Pan in a fist fight now.
Fist fight.
No powers.
No powers.
No flying around.
No flying around.
Oh, Mulan.
Yeah.
We'll beat him. Beat him
I
up.
feel like he can't, fist fight.
I'm sure. No, he can.
Can he?
I saw there's parts in the movie where he's swinging his fist a little bit.
Is he hitting anything?
I don't know, but Mulan's always swinging, so she's gonna win.
That's true. Okay. Tarzan
Okay.
versus Stitch.
Tarzan versus Stitch,
Yeah.
fist to fist.
Fist to fist.
Both
Hand to hand.
are just wild.
Yeah. Both are animals.
Whew.
This one's kind of hard.
Let's see.
Stitch has 4 arms.
And sharp teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Tarzan has sharp teeth too, I assume.
Wait. Am I remembering this wrong? Could Stitch spit like acid?
Whew.
Can he spit something that's like?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I feel like I remember that.
Okay, you got to give it to Stitch then.
Is that like a Mandela effect? Is that not right?
No, I think you're right. I kind of vaguely remember him spitting on things and it disintegrating. Unless
Yeah.
it's from the TV show and there's another alien that looks similar to him.
Oh yeah.
But I think Stitch can.
Yeah. Okay. Wreck-It Ralph versus Mr. Incredible.
Wreck-It Ralph versus Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible.
Really? Just like that?
Just like that. Because think about it. Mr. Incredible has super strength.
Technically, Ralph does too.
Really though?
In a way.
Oh, it's
They
tough.
call him Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, you got Mr. Incredible.
Okay, I guess Mr. Incredible.
Come on. Think about this though. Mr. Incredible,
Mm-hmm.
he's agile because he's smaller than Wreck-It Ralph, right? But he's stronger than Wreck-It Ralph.
Is he though? Do we really know that?
No. I don't know.
I feel like Wreck-It Ralph. I don't. No, you know what? Just
Well-
from okay, fighting experience and everything, Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, Mr. Incredible.
Okay, Bruce the Shark
Okay.
or Ursula.
Bruce the Shark or Ursula? Are we talking Bruce the Shark after he smells blood and he's hungry?
Yeah, let's go with that one. Make it a little interesting.
Shoot. I don't know.
I think, in my opinion, Ursula still wins.
Yeah. I guess so, huh? Ursula would win.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to give it to Ursula.
Okay, so this next one is like a duo thing. Okay,
Okay.
Chip and Dale versus Mushu and Cricky from Mulan,
Chip and Dale versus Mushu.
and Cricky.
Yeah, I don't really count him. It is a him, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I don't count the bug. Gosh, I don't know. Mushu.
Yeah. I mean, he's a dragon.
Yeah, he's a dragon.
Okay, for the last one. This one, I have to kind of think about this one.
Okay.
Genie and Aladdin
Yeah,
and Aladdin. Genie and Aladdin
got it. Both of them.
versus Moana and Maui.
You got to give it to Genie still, right?
Really? Maui's a god.
I know, but Genie seems like he's got more tricks up his sleeve.
Does he, though?
Ah, it's tough.
See, that
You
one's
can't
hard.
punch the Genie. You punch right through him, though, right? Can you
Oh,
physically touch the
hmm.
Genie? He can touch you.
You know, I didn't think about that. Because I guess he is like.
But now let's get into this whole thing. We're talking fist fight, right? So there's no magic involved. There's no spell casting. So I think you got to give it to Maui, because Maui's physically stronger, right?
And
And
would have more experience fighting.
yeah, and Aladdin, he can't fight.
No.
Not really.
No. Moana.
Moana can fight.
Yeah.
But see, that's where it gets interesting, right? We eliminate the powers from everybody,
Right.
and their ability to make wishes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think you give it to Maui.
Yeah.
Maui wins by a landslide. He wins by a lot.
Yeah. I guess if you did give him their powers, though, Genie would win. Because obviously the wishes is what could
Yeah,
just automatically win everything.
yeah, because you just wish to win.
Yeah. Thank you for watching Versus.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Just Noise Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm your host, Daniel.
And today we're doing a podcast.
Woo!
If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button. If this video gets 3,000 likes, we're going to give one of these hot toys away to you guys. So make sure you comment what you guys like about the show or what hot toy you would like. Also, comment what you guys want us to talk about next week. As you guys saw, we took your guys' suggestions from last week, and we're talking about it this week. So let's continue into the podcast.
Let's get it.
This week, we got to see The Last of Us, this new
Oh
show
my
that's coming to
gosh.
HBO Max. It's a little show, very small, not much
8
hype around it.
episodes. Just a little show.
Yeah, it's a little show. Some of you guys may know it. It's from one of the greatest selling video games of all time,
my
The Last of Us. And I have to say, we did see the first episode. It was amazing.
Absolutely amazing. If you played the game, or if you just even watch gameplay of it, and then you watch this show, it still blows your mind. And that game had so many emotions. And now we're having it live action, and it's just up the scale like to 1,000,000.
What's very interesting about the show is that it takes scenes from the game, puts it into the show, right?
Mhm.
But it also has scenes that aren't in the game at all,
Yeah,
which makes the story of The Last of Us 1,000 times better
right.
because it explains things that we didn't know just from the video game.
Yeah. Or just like even just little extra scenes just to show different emotions and different relationships.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you see Joel and his daughter,
yeah.
Sarah.
Oh.
It definitely spends more time, looking at that relationship and
Yeah.
showing that character development and the relationship they share,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was huge.
Oh, yeah.
Because in the video game, it moves fast.
It moves very fast.
The show
Mhm.
really takes its time to get to that point. You
Yeah.
know it's coming. You see everything leading up to the moment where the world's going to go to chaos.
Yeah.
But I love the pacing of it. The way they wrote it, it made you feel like you're there, and you just
Yeah.
feel the buildup.
Yes, it felt almost realistic, as if you were actually in that situation. Like, this is how it would go down.
Yeah, I have to say too, I mean, we talked about this, that
Mm.
it's definitely the best video game to on-screen
yeah.
adaptation there is in
100%.
entertainment in Hollywood. I do feel that what I got excited about, and I know that they have plans for season 2 just to be, the second game, but it would be great to really fill in the blanks, of between the years from the first game to the second.
Yeah.
And explore that. Maybe make a new story. Get the original creators from Naughty Dog and, make up a new story.
Yeah, because we really only got snippets of what that time was like.
Yeah.
Very small sections.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying anything goes crazy wrong because obviously
right.
we know that, the
Yeah.
second game happens and Joel's still there at the
Mhm.
beginning. But what's stopping them from going and exploring, right, and encountering some minor situations?
Yeah, and or even getting acclimated to living a somewhat normal life again.
Yeah.
They're on the move all of the first game,
Yeah.
and then now they're settling down. So I think that would be interesting to see.
I have to say this. Right now, I believe the current Rotten Tomatoes score is 97%,
Wow.
which was crazy because didn't you tell me at the first night at 100,
The
right?
first night, 26 reviews, 100%.
That's amazing.
It is insane. But
So
that just shows you a lot of people that don't even play the game love this show.
yeah, and what was really crazy too is that the people that made those reviews on Rotten Tomatoes
Uh-huh.
actually got to see the first whole season. So you and I just
Wow.
got to see the first episode,
Yeah.
and we think it's amazing.
Right.
But what that shows is all these reviews got to see all 8 episodes, and they're saying that it's phenomenal.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm really excited, right? Because
yeah.
a lot of people, right, can have a lot of shows, anyways, has really good first episodes.
Yeah.
They know how to grab people, right? But then the pacing and some of the storytelling gets a little messed up, convoluted throughout, the
Right.
8
No,
episodes.
yeah,
But
100%.
this one looks like it's going to have an amazing collective of 8 episodes being really good.
Yeah. And even the game, you look at the video game,
Yeah.
it had very good pacing of
Right.
how the story was told.
Yeah.
So if this is good, we already know this is going to follow exactly that same pace, probably.
We can't spoil too much because the show, technically when this episode comes out, It'll be on HBO Max in a couple hours,
Yeah.
right? Because it'll be coming out midnight on Sunday, I believe.
The
15th.
15th.
So we don't want to ruin too much.
No.
It wouldn't be ruining it. It's basically like, just make sure you understand this. It is still kind of suspenseful, still scary.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry. It is very suspenseful. Okay. Okay, so last week I talked about Megan and how it like freaked me out. Like I was like going into it, I was really scared, and then once I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, this is not too bad. But there were moments when I'm looking off the screen because I don't want to see it.
Right.
You know, and there was some moments like that in the Last of Us show where I was like kind of looking off to the side. We had really good seats. They put us like right in the front.
Oh yeah.
So like there's a lot of people around us, and I don't want anybody to see me like, you know, like looking off. But I do have to say there were some moments that were like, oh man, it's really scary.
Yeah, I mean, we all know, right? Like the whole zombie thing could get pretty scary, like pretty freaky, really quick.
But what makes it even more scary,
Uh-huh.
we don't have to say exactly what,
Right.
but the first like 3 minutes of the show explains how it could be real.
Yeah.
Which I think is, I don't think that's spoilery. Kinda, but it's okay. I think that won't ruin anybody's experience.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely, I love how we get to see more. Being able to see more of that story we all loved from when? Back in 2013.
Yeah.
And now we get to see everything.
It's crazy how it's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's amazing that they planned it 10 years.
That's insane.
Yeah. It's going to be good. I'm really excited to see what they do. And I think I just immediately, after I saw it, I was like, this can like open some doors to like spin-off shows,
Yeah.
spin-off stories. And I know there's going to be people out there that are going to say like, we don't want that, right? We don't want any story besides the Last of Us video game.
Yeah.
But I think once you guys see this show, you're going to see like, wow, I want more of this universe. Like, let me see like what else we can get.
Because we also know in the second game, right, there's a lot of like different groups out there.
Yeah.
So we can definitely get different stories.
Yeah, I do have to say Pedro Pascal and I don't know who
Bella
plays
Ramsey, I think.
Bella Ramsey?
I think that's her name.
Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. I thought it was great.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I'm just really excited to see once everything gets out to everyone, you know, like the first episode's released to the world, it'll be really cool to see like how people react to it.
Oh, 100%.
But speaking of crazy stuff going on this week, for everyone that's on the West Coast, okay, we all know that we ain't liking the weather right now.
Oh my gosh. It is the worst. The absolute worst.
But did you see the storm that's coming to California?
I feel like we're already in the storm.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad, but what if I told you that it's going to get 1,000 times worse?
It's going to get worse?
Yeah, so apparently weather specialists have been like analyzing the storm that's coming through the West Coast around California, and apparently there's going to be enough rain to cover the whole surface of California in half a foot of water. The whole surface.
Half a foot?
Yeah, and just this week alone, there's been 17 deaths and people are going missing, and some cities are being evacuated because it's just completely flooded. But when you look at the weather report and really zoom out and look at what's coming to hit California soon, it's going to get so bad. It's going to be the most rain we've ever seen, like in the history of California.
Okay, I thought it was already bad. It's going to get worse than this?
Yeah. Isn't that nuts, though?
That's crazy.
Because, okay, when you hear like half a foot of water,
yeah,
you don't think like much of it. But
Right.
then when you think about half a foot of water is a lot.
It's like that's 6 inches of water.
Yeah.
Covering the whole surface?
Yeah. But think about the areas where like by the beach, right?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. What about the beach?
Yeah, so areas that already have a lot of water, like half foot of water is crazy.
Yeah. We've never had that. Ever.
Could you just imagine driving wherever you go and you're just going through at least 6 inches of water constantly?
Yeah, that doesn't even seem real.
No, I know.
We're gonna be going in some boats.
Yeah, we better get some, what do you call it? Rain
Canoes?
boots.
Oh,
Oh,
rain
yeah.
boots.
Go get some canoes.
Oh, dude, we should go canoe to Target. Sorry, that just seems like fun.
I had a friend that he like strapped him like a canoe to his car.
Uh-huh.
And a couple years ago when we had a lot of rain in like LA,
Yeah.
he like rode his canoe
Are you serious?
like through the parking lot in Target. You know, for all of us pet lovers out there, I really wanted to figure out what is something, I don't know. I'm obsessed with like trying to figure out like the most common names, the most rare names.
Yeah.
And I wanted to figure that out about pets.
Ooh.
So do you know the most common names that people name their pets?
No.
So recently there was a study done across animal hospitals and pet owners, and they found what are the most common names people name their pets. And the odds are someone listening to this right now probably named their pet one of these names.
It's gonna be interesting to see if the data's right then.
So starting in 10th place, In 10th place is Bella. In 9th place is Max. 8th place is Luna. 7th place is Charlie. 6th place is Lucy. 5th place is Cooper. And in 4th place is Daisy.
My friend's dog's name's Cooper.
Okay, so the third most common name that people name their pets is Milo. 2nd place is Zoe. And the most common name that everybody names their pets is Rocky.
Okay, there's got to be someone listening that has a pet that has that name.
I would hope so, because like all the data, it points to that.
I feel like I've met every single name, like a pet with that name.
Yeah.
Like at least once, even if I don't have them as a friend, like I've met like on the street.
Yeah, like when you just like casually walk in
Yeah.
the park or something. It's crazy how like there's ways that we all kind of think alike, you know?
I'm kind of shocked that Rocky is number 1. I thought Cooper was gonna be number 1.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked too. It's just so interesting to see like how people name their babies like there's similar names. Like a lot of kids name Ryan.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people named the same.
Right.
And then when you look at pets, a lot of people name their pets the same names.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like get creative, all right?
Do you think that pets should have human sounding names? Like, do you think a pet should have the name Ryan or
No.
have the name Daniel?
No, it just gets too confusing.
I want to get a dog and name it like Steven or something. That'd be pretty funny.
Why?
That'd be funny.
Why Steven?
I don't know. Okay, Caleb. I don't know.
Oh, so you want to have like a human name?
I feel like that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, I guess
Right?
so. Our dog's name is Molly, so that's pretty normal.
But I feel like Molly is like a pet name too. Like
Uh-huh.
it sounds normal as a dog name.
Yeah, I guess so.
But see, like Christopher doesn't.
Gosh, I feel like I've only known one Molly through my whole life. Do you know any Mollys?
Like humans?
Yeah, I guess you do.
I know one.
I guess then I know two then. But isn't that
Wow,
weird?
that is weird.
Yeah, when you think about it.
I guess Molly is kind of an old-fashioned name though.
Comment if
Oh.
you guys have any friends named Molly. I just feel like there's not too many of those around.
Yeah, wait, what? Okay, so I came across something like totally crazy. Like this was like one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life.
That's a bold statement because we've talked about some of the weirdest things that I've ever heard in my life. So this is kind of top something crazy.
Have you heard of this sport called car jujitsu?
What the heck is that?
Okay, so this all started back in 2020, and it's the craziest thing. So one person will start in the driver's seat of a car, and the other person will start in the passenger seat of the car. And their goal is to literally submit each other inside the car.
Wait, so they're actually fighting each other in the car?
Yeah, but what's crazy is you could use anything inside the car in order to win. So both people start with their seatbelt buckled, and when the fight starts, they unbuckle and they just start fighting each other. But since you can use anything in the car, you could literally use the seatbelt, the steering wheel, the chairs, the mirrors. Anything in the car is free game to win.
Are you serious? This is actually a sport?
Yeah, so what they do is they literally use the seatbelt in order to make their opponent tap out. And they say this sport is like really good because it helps them be resourceful in like sticky situations.
I can't believe they made that a sport.
Right?
I mean, who thought of such a thing?
I don't know.
Let's just get two guys in a car, drive a car around, let them fight.
Yeah.
Now, what I wonder is when...
Oh, wait, no. The car's not moving.
Oh, it's not moving.
It's not moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense why it wouldn't be, because they start in the driver's seat.
Right.
So.
But if you saw the clips, it's crazy. Okay, they start with the seatbelt buckled and they say go, and they both unbuckle and they just start like going at it.
But they can use the seatbelt as a weapon.
Yeah. So like you'll see like a guy like pin a guy in the seat,
Yeah.
and it'll like kind of like move the seat, but then he'll get the seatbelt and like wrap it around his neck. Yeah.
Wait
and he
a
has
second.
to tap out.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. That's pretty crazy.
It's crazy.
It's like a crime, like a fighting movie.
Yeah.
Like 007.
It looks like a movie when they're fighting. It looks like a movie scene fighting.
Wow. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
It's like that whole like slap boxing.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's literally like that.
That's so stupid.
It's funny because you like see them like fist bump each other before the fight. And then they just
Hey,
go at it.
Let's keep it clean, bro.
Let's keep it clean. I'm just gonna wrap the seatbelt around your neck.
I guess anything these days could be a sport.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But I also know that this week I didn't do my 2-sentence story segment. So I think we got to talk about some scary stuff now.
I know. I was gonna say, I don't know why you didn't do 2-sentence stories.
Do you remember that old game called Granny that you could like play on your phone?
Is that the game where like the granny would like chase you around the house?
Yeah, so in that game, a grandma would chase you around the house and try to kill you with a baseball bat because she kidnapped you. But there's actually a theory that the entire game is actually based on a real person.
It's based on a real person. Are you serious?
Yeah, so apparently this game is based on a lady named Tamara Samsonova, who's a 68-year-old that they call the Granny Ripper because she would kill her victims, dismember them, and then eat them. And she admitted to killing at least 11 people that we know of, which includes her husband.
I cannot believe they actually made a game on a real life story like that.
Yeah, and in Tamara's diary, she actually admitted that she beheaded some of her victims. And it's crazy, in the game Granny, you could actually die by Granny cutting off your head. And it's kind of weird that Tamara ate her victims, and in the game, game, Granny's mouth is kind of like all bloody as if she was eating people.
Dude, that's actually crazy considering like there's so many kids that play that game.
Right.
It's just so the game was so obscure like and so crazy that you wouldn't think it's real.
Yeah. Like it's so outlandish, right? You're like just kidnapped. You just wake up in this bedroom and you have to escape. And there's just a crazy grandma chasing you everywhere.
It's so crazy. I just remember, when did it come out? Like 2018, 2017?
Yeah.
So like, what was that, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
It's so funny because I remember Leia, when I first started dating Leia, her cousin named Jaden would always like have games on his iPad, right?
Yeah.
He's like, look at this game. And I remember, okay, I'm 25. And I was just like, dude, I cannot watch you play this game. You know what I mean?
It's a freaky game. It is a freaky game.
It's so freaky.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I had it on my iPhone because like, I kind of want to try it. But, you know, you guys know me with scary movies. I cannot even do it.
Yeah.
But it is crazy that they actually adapted this story into a game. That was probably one of the most downloaded games.
Yeah.
Definitely the most downloaded horror game on the App Store.
Yeah, and apparently some people were saying this. I don't know how true this is, but some people were saying it, that Tamara Samsonova would keep her grandson like captive.
What?
And she would like every time he would make noise,
Oh, wait, that makes sense.
she would like hit him with a baseball bat.
So what happened to the grandson?
Well, that's what I don't know if that part's true, because some people were saying that, but I was like, I couldn't really find anything on that.
So Samsonova,
Mm-hmm.
she went to jail, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
They convicted her of the crime.
She admitted.
Crazy.
Okay, so the next scary story is actually about something that we grew up eating.
Is it gonna make me regret eating it? Are we
Maybe.
talking? Is it gonna be like a poisonous thing? Like
No,
they
no,
found out?
no, no.
Okay.
So this is why you should never listen to fortune cookies.
Wait, what's wrong with fortune cookies?
So my friend told me this story of this little boy who would always bring lunch to school. Like he never bought lunch, he would always bring lunch. And every day he would eat his lunch, but also pull out a fortune cookie. And every day he would just eat the fortune cookie, read the fortune, then stick the fortune in his pencil case that he kept at school. And he did this every day.
Dude, I would put my fortune cookies like the fortunes in my pencil case too.
Okay, but mysteriously one day the kid didn't show up to school. And then the next day and the next day after that, he just stopped coming. And his classmates started to get super worried. Like they didn't know where he was. And then his parents actually came out and said that he's missing. So they didn't know where he was either, and neither did the cops. So one of his classmates actually went to his pencil case and found all the fortunes and started reading them. And one of them said, "I will always be your friend." And the next one said, "Find me at the lake."
Dude, never in my life have I seen those messages on a fortune cookie.
Yeah, so then the police and the parents rushed straight to the local lake, and they found the boy just wandering around the lake. And they asked him, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I was just here to meet the tall man in the suit. He always gives me cookies for school." And after that, the family just moved out of the state, and they decided to just homeschool the kid the rest of his life. And what's crazy is they never found who or what was giving the kid the cookies.
I'm not gonna eat fortune cookies for a while.
I mean, it's
For a while. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little break.
but you'll go back to it later.
Maybe I will.
But that's crazy, right? Because there's actually been like a lot of like Twitter posts and everywhere that they show like weird fortune cookie pictures that they've gotten, like fortunes that they've gotten. And it says really weird things. Like one of them,
Yeah.
it just said run.
What? Like who's printing these though?
I don't know.
Because come on, let's just be real here, okay?
Yeah.
There's a company that prints them, you know, and puts it into the cookies and sells them.
Right.
So, who's printing them like that?
I know. I wonder if it's like a super rare thing where you get like a really bad one.
Like maybe like the writers like upset that day. They're like, oh, we're gonna screw up some kids.
Yeah. Like, okay, that person just got one that said run.
I don't know
That's
what's making it.
scary.
Or maybe they're trying to like say like run from your problems or run, you know?
Like go exercise.
Yeah. Maybe it's that.
Can you imagine? Because all of my fortunes, I mean, I feel like I've never gotten a weird one.
Gosh, you know, it's one of those things though. So, this kid was talking to this man at the lake.
Yeah, so apparently, like, it was just a guy in a suit, tall guy in a suit, that would give him cookies for school. But what's really weird is, why was he missing for so many days?
But he was just at the lake the whole time?
Yeah, and he was waiting.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Because he was following the instructions on his fortunes. So he would read them, put it in his pencil case, so he would have them saved, like, on what to do.
So, I wonder he's at the lake to receive more fortunes?
Or something was gonna
Something
happen.
was going to go down?
Yeah,
Might have got killed or something?
yeah, maybe.
Dang. That's so sad.
Because, okay,
At least they found him.
yeah, what people were saying was that possibly it wasn't even like a human.
What?
Like,
Like
it
an
w-
alien?
Yeah, and the kid couldn't like tell the difference.
Goosebumps.
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 So this week I actually brought another game too. A little dark, scary game.
So when you say game, we're not playing a game. You're just
No,
gonna
we're
tell
not
us-
playing the game. Nor should anyone play this game.
Oh, it's one of those. So you're
It's
telling
one
us
of those.
something that we shouldn't be doing.
Shouldn't be doing. Should not.
I
be
guess
doing.
you've never said a game that we should be playing.
Yeah.
It's always been very negative.
So do you know the Dark Reflection game?
It does not sound like a good game.
Yeah, so this game is super dangerous. It's considered one of the most dangerous games, and you can actually play it with multiple people. And all you need is a mirror, a candle, and some matches. So first, you hold up the mirror to your face and you stare at your reflection for 5 seconds straight. Then you breathe on the mirror until it fogs up, and then every single person in the game has to do this.
Okay.
So then you light a match and you hold it close to the mirror to slightly burn it, and then you smash it like you break the mirror. But you can't move any of the broken pieces on the ground. You have to leave them where they are. And then everybody must leave the room. Now, as the night goes on, everybody's going to start to experience bad luck. Now, it's going to start really small, but it'll progressively get worse and worse. And this is where it gets really crazy. So the rules say at this point, you need to be super alert because anything could happen. And if you feel like you're in a position where it's too dangerous, you just have to hold your breath.
How's that going to help you?
I have no idea, but it said if you make it through the night and you survive and you make it till the morning, you actually have 2 days of good luck after that.
Dude, I hate these games. I don't know how many times I got to tell you, like, and I want to stress this to everyone, like, you should not play these games.
No,
Like,
it's stupid.
and I hope what you're doing is, like, you're bringing awareness.
Yeah.
And I get that. Like, I think, like, when kids go to, like, a sleepover or something,
Right.
and one of their friends, like, hey, we should do this. At least the kid can know, like, oh, I don't want to get involved in that.
Yeah,
Right? Because, like, otherwise, if you don't know, you might think, like, oh, yeah, let's play it.
right.
And not realize the dangers of it.
Exactly. And the reason why this game is so stupid, this is a really stupid game, okay?
Okay.
Because you're putting yourself in danger pretty much only for 2 days of good luck. Like, what's the 2 days of good luck even going to get you?
I don't know.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it's
Anybody who's tried this game, it's like, why?
is bogus. Get out of here. Don't play it.
Don't play it.
Lock your door from those toxic people that want to play this game.
Yeah. Because I think some of these games, like, if you don't want to play, you actually have to leave the house completely. Because if you don't, you're involved.
Oh, gosh. So sad. Do not. Get out of the house. Leave.
Do better.
Do better. Find better friends. This next part of the podcast is called Whose Side Are You On? Where Leia comes on and talks about a real life story. And we have to figure out who's in the right and who's in the wrong. Last week, I got some flack for being too, like, on one side, like saying, like, that person's so bad, so evil.
Got some heat.
Got some heat. So I got to tone it down a little bit. Just that some people really upset me. You know what I mean? Like, in these stories, like, some of the things that people say in these stories, I cannot believe it.
You're right. I mean,
but hey, we're all human. We all make mistakes. And I'm sorry if I came off too harsh last week. So I'm going to try to tone it down. And let's see how this plays out.
Speak your heart.
Speak your heart. I was speaking my truth. All right? All right, here comes Leia.
Woo, Leia.
All right, Leia. Whose side are you on? The segment that is going to be very, I don't know, very juicy.
Whose side are you on? Is this girl wrong for pranking her nosy mother-in-law with a fake positive pregnancy test?
Yikes. That's a prank. That's a
Definitely.
prank.
My mother-in-law moved in with us a month ago. I began to notice my stuff in the bedroom being touched, furniture rearranged, stuff moved, etc. I felt like I was going crazy because my husband is the only one who has access to the bedroom, and he doesn't usually touch nor come near my things. I figured it must be his mom walking in and snooping on my personal things. I told my husband, and he said his mom would never. I had a huge hunch but couldn't install a cam in the bedroom to catch her in act. So I got me one of those fake positive pregnancy tests and threw it in the bedroom's trash can. Note, the trash can was placed in the corner near the closet.
Nice.
Literally the next day after I got to work, I got tons of calls and texts from my in-laws congratulating me for my pregnancy. My husband came over to my workplace and was all worked up about it and asking since when I was pregnant and why I didn't tell him. I asked how he found out, and he said his mom found the positive test in the trash can in the bedroom. I asked if his answer just confirmed that she's been snooping in the bedroom all along.
Yes.
He had a realization moment, but demanded we stick to the bigger issue. I said there was no bigger issue because the positive test was fake and this whole thing was done to expose my mother-in-law's snooping.
You know, I wonder, how did she fake it?
I think you can buy those, can't you?
Oh,
Or something?
got it.
I don't know.
Sorry.
He was not convinced. He had me take an actual test right in front of him.
Oh my gosh.
And he was livid, asking how I could lie about such a big thing and break his mom's heart, since I know very well that she longs for kids. His mom and family are now calling me a liar and manipulator. My husband is extremely upset at me still. Was I in the wrong? Whose side are you on?
Whoa. Okay, technically,
I mean, she caught her mom.
right. But did she lie?
No.
Now let's think about this, right? She didn't tell the mom anything.
No.
She
not at
just
all.
threw away a positive pregnancy test.
Yeah, she didn't even tell the husband either. She just like, oh, bloop.
So
and if she could prove that the mother-in-law was snooping, and she did. She got her.
right. But the question is she lying? Did she lie? Technically, no.
No.
That could have been anybody's pregnancy test.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she didn't say anything. She just threw something away. You could throw away some fake money, right? Like prop money, and then people could be like, "Whoa, I found some real money in there."
Mhm.
It's like,
So
you're a
catch that.
liar. Why'd you? It's like,
Yeah.
well, it's fake. I threw it in the trash. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
intend for you to take it.
Honestly, that was a pretty crafty idea of her to do.
Yeah.
Would I have enough balls to do that? I don't think so. But would I ever have to do that? No. But like, for her to do that, I think that's pretty crafty.
I'm just shocked that the mom took the bait.
Yeah, the tables have turned though, but now everyone's mad at the girl. So
I don't think the wife is a liar.
I don't think she's wrong. No. The mom's probably playing the victim card too. Because yeah, she was the one that found it, but I don't know.
Comment what you guys think. I do feel that the daughter, right, the daughter-in-law
Daughter-in-law, yeah.
is not wrong. I feel like she didn't lie. I feel like, I mean, how else are you gonna prove it?
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Do better. Don't dig through the trash.
Whose side do you want? Is the writer wrong or right? Am I wrong for uninviting my husband from my birthday trip?
Toxic.
For my birthday, I really wanted to go to Egypt, so I've been arranging a trip with a few friends of mine. Originally, my husband was invited on the trip, but the reason I uninvited him is because his sister is my best friend, and she mentioned how I never spend time with her anymore unless he's there. She said I feel more like her brother's wife than her childhood best friend now. I felt bad for making her feel that way, especially since I know she grew up feeling inadequate compared to him, so I thought the birthday trip would be a great way for us to reconnect as my husband has already been to Egypt, and he doesn't enjoy doing the typical touristy things that I want to do. When I mentioned it to him, though, he was upset. He said his sister needs to get over it because I'm his wife now, and that he would spend my birthday with me whether she liked it or not. We were originally going to pay for her to come on the trip, but he's refusing to now, even though she can't afford it otherwise, which has caused multiple arguments between us. Was I wrong? Whose side do you want?
Okay, so let's back up a little bit. The one who's writing the story is the wife, right?
Yeah.
And she wants to bring her sister-in-law.
Yes, which was originally her best friend, but then her and her best friend's brother, basically like their husband and wife.
Yeah.
So, wow. Hey, see, it works though. Remember the last story? The last story was that she felt guilty of dating or wanting to date her best friend's brother.
Oh, that's right.
But hey, it works.
So let's figure this out. The husband
Mhm.
doesn't want his sister coming.
Well, he was uninvited from the trip, so he was like, that's douchey of you.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, the sister's coming because the wife feels bad that her and then her best friend, the sister, they don't hang out as much anymore
Okay.
because he's always there.
Right. So I feel like I get that. Right? I get that the sister-in-law wants to have a relationship with her friend,
Yeah.
right? But like if it's her birthday,
Yeah.
that should not be her like opportunity to be like, you need to show me that you hang out with me when your brother's not here. On her birthday.
Yeah, on the writer's birthday. Yeah.
Right. So the writer,
Yeah.
it's her birthday.
Hmm.
So she should have the right to bring whoever she wants.
Exactly.
If the sister-in-law wants her to prove her relationship status to her,
Mhm.
then maybe on another day they hang out just them two.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, just plan another thing with whatever sister-in-law, best friend, and then call it that.
Right. Because if the writer wants to bring her husband, she should be able to bring her husband
Yeah.
and bring her sister-in-law.
Yeah.
So the writer is, I forgot what's her verdict again. Like, what's her whole like statement?
She uninvited her husband.
Oh, so she should not uninvite her husband if she wants to
Yeah.
bring him.
Yeah.
But if she
It's
doesn't want
ultimately
to.
her decision. Yeah. So yes, she was wrong for uninviting her husband because she should be able to do what she wants to do.
Right. Because if you want to bring your husband, just bring him.
Do it.
And
Yeah.
if you don't, send him home. Make him walk home.
From Egypt?
Maybe that's a long walk. All right, Leia. Thank you very much. Woo. See you next week. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button. And for everyone that's listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you guys want to listen to the podcast and you're watching it right now, make sure you guys go on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever other listening platforms we're on,
Mm-hmm.
and give it a listen. Also, guys, if you could leave a 5-star rating and leave a good review, we would really appreciate it. I think it helps, right? Doesn't it help?
Yeah, 100% it helps.
Yeah. We don't really know how audio works.
Yeah.
But all your support means a lot to us, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on TikTok, and we'll see you guys next week Saturday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
We'll see you on the TikTok.
God bless you guys. See ya.
Love ya.